What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Obviously it is dark outside. I just got to the beach for sunrise. It's kind of cold this morning. When I walked out of my house I was like, ooh, I don't know. I have a swimsuit on, but I basically brought like my devotional. I'm definitely gonna do that. We'll see if I want to go in the water. Kind of depends on how cold the water is. It's like slowly cooling, or it's slowly getting colder, obviously, because we keep having all these like cold fronts and it's just not getting as hot during like the middle of the day to like warm it up. So I don't know. I really want to keep going in the water until I like quite physically cannot. So we shall see. But anyways, let's go check out the sunrise. It's very like low tide today. I haven't seen it like this in like a very long time. Normally it's not like this until like sunset, but like it's very low. I don't know if I'm gonna go in the water or not. It didn't feel that cold, but it's kind of choppy, so we'll see once the sun comes up. But I am gonna read my little devotional and hang out. The sun is supposed to like actually rise in like 10 minutes. Obviously it's like daylight right now. So I'm still debating on if I want to go in the water or not, just for a little dunk. I definitely will not be bringing my paddleboard anytime soon, just because like it's been super like windy and choppy. I think we're actually supposed to get another cold front in like a few days, which I don't mind. I'm like ready for cold weather, but I do like doing this still, and I'll still do this even if it's like way too cold to even like remotely go in, or if I need to bring like blankets and like sweatpants. Like I'm kind of cold right now, not gonna lie, just like with the wind and stuff, but it's like not horrible, obviously, so I might go in. It doesn't look super like clear, the water. I don't always like love that because I like to be able to see my toes. But I still think it'll be okay. But if not, this is still really nice. That looks so pretty. I did decide to go in, and that felt amazing. It was a little sketchy, but felt really good. And now I'm going home to some coffee and take a shower, and a perfect start to my week and my day. Truly unreal. Wow guys, that's a pretty sunrise. Like, that is so pretty. I am heading out to another sunrise. It's currently rising behind me. This is gonna be like the last sunrise before the time changes, which I'm honestly, I have like mixed feelings about the time change because it's gonna be easier for me to wake up earlier. Like right now it's like 7:13, which is ridiculous, because I feel like by the time I get home it's gonna be like 8 and stuff like that. So like next week sunrise will be around like 6, so it'll be a little bit nicer because I can like do it easier because it won't affect, because obviously Drew's at home with the girls, but he actually woke up this morning and played pickleball, and he brought me a coffee home. So I don't normally have coffee at the beach when I go to sunrise, just because one, I don't want to like wake my kids up and stuff like that with our loud espresso machine, and then two, not all the coffee shops are open when I'm like on my way out there. So this was nice, but obviously since it's like later because of the time change, the coffee shops were open. I don't know, I guess I could go to Starbucks technically, but I'm not like a huge Starbucks person. Anyways, I have a nice coffee, so I'm very excited. I don't know how this sunrise is gonna go though, because it's kind of like cloudy this direction. I'm also really hoping I can go in the water today. I feel like I say that every time, but it's kind of like a mental thing. It's not like it's like freezing right now, but the water is colder than like us Floridians are used to. I'm used to like bath temperature water, so it being like colder is it's different. So I don't know, we'll see, but I kind of am like in that mindset of like I want to keep doing it until I like physically cannot do it anymore. So I feel like I'm gonna force myself today, unless the like waves are like absolutely gnarly. But anyways, I'm excited. This is probably gonna be like the last sunrise for this video, just because we are getting another, I think, cold front, and it's also like Halloween this week, so I kind of have a lot of stuff going on with the kids. Maybe I'll show you guys our costumes at the end of this like video, but it'll be funny. It'll be like, oh, here I am in Florida just going to the beach, but then tomorrow's Halloween, so that's just how it is, because it's literally, I think, like 75 degrees right now, so it's not that cold. But anyways, let's hope I can get a parking spot and go check out the sunrise. As long as the water's not freezing, I think I am gonna go in, because the waves aren't like that big. It's pretty windy, but that looks so cool. Look at the clouds. It's so wet out here. I do think I'm gonna go in the water. Sorry if you're crooked. I was trying to wait until the sun popped up a little bit more, which is like in like 5 minutes, but I don't think it's gonna make like that much of a difference, so I think we're just gonna go. Well, it's not that cold outside, but the water is definitely a little chilly, but I went in and it felt so good and so refreshing. But now I'm gonna head home because I am pretty cold and it is pretty windy. I think this is the first time that I've put my heat on in my car. I use my seat warmers like all the time just because I think it feels nice, but I don't normally use heat. But I wanted to have a little car chat with you guys before I like end this week's vlog. So last week I told you guys that I had decided that I'm gonna start like a little small business up. I'm in like the very beginning stages. I've been working on the actual like product for a couple of weeks now, and I've had the idea of the product for, I feel like, a while. But I'm annoyed because like the LLC that I wanted to use, the name was already taken, which is like fine. So I had to like resubmit that, and I'm like waiting to hear back from them because I can't really do a whole lot until I have that, because I need to get like an EIN number, set up like a bank account, and just like all that stuff, and I can't do that until I have like my LLC established. So I did like change the name on that, and I'm hoping they approve it. I have another name idea if it doesn't work out, but like I'm not changing the actual like name of like my branding and stuff like that, if that makes sense. But it's just frustrating because it obviously takes a little bit for them to get back to you and like approve that kind of stuff. So patiently waiting for that. I'm gonna show you guys this sunrise real quick. Still in the very beginning stages of it, but I'm very excited. I want to like get the product and have like a sample of it so bad, but we're not there yet. But I'm just very excited, and I'm excited to kind of like share. I'm excited to share this process with you guys, just because I feel like it is very interesting and not a lot of people share it behind the scenes. I'm not going to share too much because I don't want to talk about the product until I think actually have a sample of it at least. But it is very cool and I'm very excited about it. But aside from that, I don't really think, oh, hold on, I'm gonna show you the sunrise again. But aside from that, I think that concludes this week's weekly vlog. I have been enjoying going to the sunrise with you guys. Hopefully I can still keep going to them even when it starts to get a little bit colder. Just might be like me not going in the water and just kind of like showing you guys the beach and the wind. But I am going to keep doing them for as long as I can until I like physically can't handle it anymore. Also, LOL to my Band-Aids. You guys have probably seen that the whole time. I was chopping an avocado or cutting an avocado, which is like probably the easiest thing to cut, and I literally missed the avocado and sliced both my fingers. So I have band-aids on them. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon.
I've been on the road, I've been doing shows. Now we eating steak, remember sleeping on the floor. I'm still at the gas.